I wonder if Fear has a Steam Workshop. Oh, this actually looks really good. Okay. Look at this. This actually looks way better than... It looks like I'm playing Black Ops Zombies. Oh, that's funny. Bean, what's up, man? How you doing? Whoa. Sensitive. I can do a 360 with a single flick of a mouse. That's how crazy the sensitivity is. We're playing some Fear. I was gonna play Fear 1, but Fear 1 is such an old game, it literally doesn't support 1080p, so yeah, I'm not gonna make you guys watch me play a game in the corner of your screen. Dude, the graphics for this game are actually amazing. I'm doing great. I hope you're doing great. The channel is growing so fast, I literally can't even make a video talking about it. I kind of managed to. On Monday, that'll be there, but... Go on the radioactive goop. Mason, the numbers. How old is this game? Oh, that's... Dude, that scared me. Oh, I wasn't paying attention. That scared me so bad. Oh my god. That literally made me jump. That is how you do a jump scare. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Wow. Yeah, the game's almost, what, 2 decades old? Well, like 15 years old, something like that. It's actually amazing how good the graphics hold up. I mean, look at this. This is awesome, man. I'll try not to talk over the dialogue. I'm getting Doom 3 vibes. You know, like that horror game Doom. That was really awesome. All right, what are we doing? PDA updated. What are these controls? uh, it's right click. It's right click to melee. That's sprint is alt. Yeah, we no, we want yes. Shift. I don't want an alt key. No, I want to get rid of the alt key, man. Oh my goodness. Interaction fire. Yes. There we go. Alright. Zoom. Right click. There we go. Wait. Melee? I think V would be a good one. Or I could use a side mouse button. The game's so old it doesn't even recognize side mouse buttons. Interesting. Center view. Player stats. Okay, this is like online stuff. Alright, there we go. Whoa. Alright, here we go. Much better. That sensitivity is crazy, man. Sorry, I'm taking forever. I think am I messing with the wrong sensitivity? It doesn't really seem to be. Yeah, this is aiming sensitivity. I want. Maybe it is that? Maybe it's gotta turn it like super, super down. That's a little bit better. Yeah, I like that. I think it's glitched. This seems, I don't know. There's no slide cancel in this game. Alright, it said map. Place that in the lobby. Rendezvous with your team in the building. Submachine gun, pistol. Okay. Gotcha. I don't... There is an extreme input delay. When I stop sprinting, it takes about an extra 5 seconds for the game to realize I'm not sprinting anymore. I just... Am I going crazy? I swear I just saw a face in my scope. I swear I just saw a face. If this is gonna be one of those, like, subliminal horror games, I'm already hooked, man. I think it is.
I think that gate's locked, dude. But you don't really want to climb all those stairs, do you?
Come on, man. Get your fat butt up here. Guess not.
What about that door?
What door? This door? Ooh. Okay, this is a game that doesn't hold your hand. Well, at least I hope not. Like, I aimed down my gun on accident, and I swear I saw a face, man. I kid you not. I'm already loving this.
We've got trouble. Let's go.
Crouch. Okay. Did not turn off your computer. Alright. Wait, what's that say? The sensitivity is so crazy, man. I'm gonna turn it down even more. It's just too much. Alright. Yeah, I think the sensitivity is bugged. It doesn't really seem to make a difference. I mean, look at that. Nick's being left on red.
Our intel shows this is a private elevator to Aristide's penthouse.
Ooh, that's rough.
I'll need a minute to override the system, unless you'd rather take the stairs.
Fuck that.
Hey, watch your mouth. Watch your mouth, boy.
Probably took one to the aorta. The aorta? You think it was the carotid or the subclavian artery? Dude, making fun of a man for his knowledge is a sign of insecurity.
Dude, making fun of a man for his knowledge is a sign of insecurity. That's such a funny voice line, man. Alright, what are we doing? Oh, they're actually waiting on me. Ooh. Man, don't be a baby. It's just a flesh wound.
I'll stabilize him. Stokes, Beckett, get moving. Body armor stops most of the round stop, but
Ammo acquired.
how bad? Not good. But he'll live.
It's actually crazy how well these graphics still hold up. You look a lot like Laura Croft. Arsenal selection. You mean just switching between your guns? Yeah, that's all that means.
All right, Beckett, it's just the two of us. Stay sharp. I'm counting on you.
Remember to check your targets, people. Nobody shoot Aristide.
Okay, don't shoot the little girl. I just...
Contact.
Wait, do you guys see that? It looks like I'm in a different room. You see my... Oop, oop. I should not be talking about this while we're getting into a firefight.
Got him. Move up.
What's that? Oop. I almost don't even want to sprint.
On the balcony.
Crap. Oh?
Looks clear.
Where am I being... Did she just shoot me? Flip cover. Yo, that's so sick. How did I not notice that? Bro, that's awesome. You see, this is what I'm talking about. Like, you never see games do anything like this anymore. It's such a simple thing to do something like that, and you never see it. It's crazy. What's this? Collectible? I'm not reading that.
You head through here. I'll find.
That's a lot of words. Too bad I'm not reading them. But yeah, if you look at my scope, or my red dot, you can see there's like another entirely different room being rendered in. I wonder if that's intentional or not. What is this? Bad news. 2.51. Remember that, just in case there's like a safe or something. You're pretty. PDA updated. Sprint. Oh. Armor. I just picked up so much stuff, I don't even know what I did. Ammo, pistol. Pistole.
Can you hear me? Please hurry. My building's under attack. I think it's Colonel Bannock's men. He's a bloodthirsty bastard that cleans up messes for the board of directors. I'm dead if they find me.
Medkit. Z. I'm assuming I just used... Yeah, it looks like I just used that when I get low on health. There we go. This is what I was waiting for. Oh, it's an instant throw. You can't cook it. Get some pistol action. The pistol has a Picatinny rail with a green iron sight. That's strange. Dude, this is... this is so awesome. Like, it's the small things that really make a game come together. It's so cool. I've only been playing this for, what, 20 minutes, and I'm already in love with it? Maybe I should be a game journalist. Yeah. You see, if a game journalist was playing this, they would have gotten stuck back there. Where do I go? Guys, look, there's no yellow paint leading to that door, so I can't go that way. Let's go outside, see if I can jump off the railing. Oh, I actually can. I meant that as a joke, but no, you actually can. Okay. Well, hey, if you're a game journalist, they probably would do that. They'd jump off the building. Hey, I don't know where I'm going. The only logical way is just off the building, right? Dude, this is so crazy. Fire mode selection. So we have burst and automatic. What about the pistol? Nope, semi. Yeah, I think I'm gonna keep the stream a little short today. The last stream I did, I ended up streaming for like an extra hour. I'll probably go for the 3-hour mark. Okay, these are friendlies. Oh no, they're not. Oops. He said I'm on my way up, and I figured that was him. Wait, I think you can cook grenades. Yeah, you can. That's a pretty realistic reaction. I play Black Ops Zombies. You don't stand a chance. Take the table. If you become a game journal, you'll get a permanent 90% gaming debuff. Yeah, you're right. That's unfortunate. I'd probably also be broke and living with my parents, which, you know, I already am now, but my reputation would go down the drain, too. Actually, I'm not living with my parents. I'm living with my grandmother. Ooh, money. I need that. It is crazy, though. This game is so old, it doesn't even recognize side mouse buttons as a valid input. It's crazy, man. Real question is, will this explode? It does. 10 out of 10 game. 10 out of 10. Oh. I almost broke the game there. Yeah, this... I don't know if it's because, like, the game is trying to upscale to 1080p or what, but there's a very heavy input delay. Dude, this game is actually awesome. I don't know if I'd say it's a horror game. I don't know. Maybe I haven't gotten to that point yet, but it's giving like Doom 3 vibes and not Mad Max, Doom 3 and Max Payne vibes, kind of, right? I love that. This is awesome. I wish more studios were, you know, willing to take chances with stuff like this. Stuff that hasn't really had any chances taken with it beforehand. Dead. He just fall off the building? Yeah. Also, the running is... It says it's toggle, but it's actually... Hold. Oh, I did not like that. I'm stuck. Okay, there we go. Whew. Ooh, baby. Oh. Hello, my little gremlin. Hello, I saw you. I saw you. I did just see a little gremlin. Where are you? You go outside? Monolith used to make some really good games. Did they get shut down or something? I've heard that studio before. I don't know what it is, though. I had a feeling the moment I got in the water, something crazy would happen. That looked like a face hugger.
I just picked you up on the security system. There's a lot of them. Head for the master bedroom.
Protective custody. Oh, she's a person, not a like a bomb or something. Okay. Rendezvous with the team in the building lobby. Locate the hidden door. All right. All right. Hmm. Yo, the AI actually seems kind of... Holy crap. Actually seems kind of intelligent. They're not just standing out in the open. Call of Duty, take some notes, man. Whoa. That guy almost got me. Can I, like, kick open doors? That'd be really cool. Ah. Jeez. Locked. Oops. And I bet there are so many secrets and Easter eggs. Oh! I bet there are so many secrets and Easter eggs in this game that I'm probably gonna miss. This seems like one of those games that would have a lot. That's a sick painting. To do. Okay. It does suck I can't play the first one on stream. What did that say? Professor Doctor? Oh, I love it. Yeah. I kind of figured there would be some kind of problem with the original Fear, just because it's such an old game. Oh!
Harlan, this can't go on. She's too dangerous.
You were telling me to seal my daughter.
You knew it would come to this. We both knew.
She reminds me of Samantha from the Black Ops Zombies universe. It's kind of the same thing, really. Well, at least so far. Another game I'd like to play is a game called Beyond Two Souls or something like that. It's a game where you play as like a... You play through this entire girl's life, and she was born with like an extra soul or something. It actually sounds really cool. I saw some people play it before, but it's like a choice-oriented game, and I think that would be really awesome. It has Willem Dafoe in it, too. I think it would be really cool to check out. What the heck is that? You see that? It looks like a zombie. Are there zombies in this game? Oh, I get scared over the dumbest stuff, man.
Don't have much time. You and your squad are the only hope of stopping Alma.
Only hope. Star Wars reference. I gotta do this quick because usually games that are old like this don't they don't like to stay open for too long when you're outside of them. Okay, here we go. There we go. All right. Got Quentin joining us.
My God. It's her.
What the?
Stubborn son of a bitch probably just
Hey, that's mean. You don't say that. She has feelings. What are you looking at? Looking at me?
What's wrong?
Oh.
What is it?
Did I just kill her? I didn't even aim. The game just made me aim. I'm seeing stuff. What do I do? What's going on? Beavis? I don't know what I'm doing. I think I saw... Okay, yeah, I did. Alma is playing mind games, clearly. I don't know if YouTube likes that. Can we have a little less of that, please? Thank God we didn't see any, front stuff. Oh, okay, this isn't actually a schizo vision. This is actually happening? Oh. Okay. Dude, I can tell you're in the chat like wiggling your toes and with a big smile on your face because you know what's gonna happen and I don't. It's like putting on one of the original Friday the 13th films and you know what's gonna happen but your friend doesn't and you're trying really hard not to spoil it.
Get them aboard. We don't have much.
Bro, look at that dude's chin on the left. What is that? He's got like the Giga Chad, like the Giga Chad face. Your mission was interrupted by a catastrophic explosion that seems to have originated in the Auburn Industrial District of Fairpoint. The extract of the damage is impossible to... Oh, the extent of the damage is impossible to estimate. The fate of your team is a mystery. Dude, so, like, as far as hooks go, I am very hooked into this game.
Reacting to the meds. Check the dosage. This shouldn't be happening. If that doesn't work. Hold the lidocaine and check.
He literally looked like Quagmire. Oh.
He could be in VFib. Charge to 200. No, make that 300. He's alive, but we're moving too fast. We need to.
I'm confused. Are there actually zombies in this game, or have I just become like a schizo? You know what I mean? Am I just seeing things, or it looks like zombies? It does. If there are zombies in this game, this game is immediately like a 10 out of 10 for me. Okay. I did just see something that I know YouTube does not like. I'm pretty sure it's okay if it's in video games, but you can't have a lot of it. I'm not even going to point it out because if I do, YouTube might flag it, but... What is this? Intel? Beckett, so I believe I'm Beckett. Yeah, recovering from surgery at unprecedented rate. Okay, so I heal fast. Vitals are nearly back to normal. York has been paged. If patient wakes up in the meantime, explain that he was medevaced from blast zone. Do not let patient leave room. Okay, well, I'm definitely leaving the room. Oh, I gotta pee real quick. Oh, they cleaned the toilet bowl. Nice. What's that say? Dusty's abridged medical diction. Okay, this has to be a developer joke. This is basically the modern version of going into surgery and seeing your doctor using ChatGPT. This is definitely done on purpose. There's a medical book in the bathroom right next to my room where they did surgery on me. That's actually really funny. That has to have been a dev joke. Oh. Hey, could you maybe put a shirt on, please? I don't like how you're just walking around with your dangalangs hanging out, your milk sacks. That's not really nice. I mean, you can do whatever you want, but I don't really support that. That's too much for me. Can I get like a needle in here and just like run up to her and stab her or something? Oh, it looks like this was her room. You know, maybe she was a troglodyte. They found an ice and they got her out and she peed all over the floor or something. I don't know. If I go towards you, are you gonna attack me? I got hands. Don't try me. Don't you be doing that spooky stuff. Don't. I'm ready to fight demons. Don't try me. I will kick you. And scratch. Don't try me. I do bite. Oh. In military lingo, a red X is not a good thing. Get me a needle that has like HIV on it or something, so I might not be able to kill her, but I will at least be able to kill her from the dead. You know what I mean? Okay, subject Cedric Griffin. That's a crazy name. Physical condition, outstanding. Mental stability, excellent. Telesthetic potential? Doesn't that mean like telepathy? Like the ability to. I know it has something to do with your mind. Isn't that like reading thoughts or something like that? I don't know, I forget. Exemplary academic and military service record based on mental fortitude. Has a reasonable chance, 20-25%, of enduring the actualization process without severe. Okay, so this is like some military. This is like some military experiment stuff. What year was Black Ops released? This is reminding me a lot of Black Ops, like Mason the numbers, you know, stuff like that. I'm telling you, if she runs at me, man, I'm gonna crack open one of these Professor Doctors and open a can of whoop. Don't even try me. Squeezy juice. Oh, that's awesome. Squeezy. That is such a catchy like name. Are these like names of developers? Wouldn't surprise me. Xbox games era. Yeah, it really was, man. I wish games were like this again, you know? Not afraid to have their own theme and stick out, you know what I mean? Like, look at this. Even punching monitors. Look at the physics of this game, dude. You never see anything like this. This game is already a 10 out of 10 just from the amount of effort and care these developers put in this game. I mean, this is ridiculous. Yeah, I haven't even played this game, and I'm already, yeah, this is a 10 out of 10, absolutely. Oh, what's going on? Oh my! Someone blocked this door. Can I break the PC? No. Okay. Cop here? No. What's my goal? Reconnect with your team, find a weapon. Okay, naked lady, you can stay down there for a minute. There might be like a biological weapon I can find in the bathroom. Okay. What am I playing like Five Nights at Freddy's here? I mean, what's right here, fire extinguisher. Grab that, man. Yeah, totally, totally. Now I'm ready. I mean, at this point, literally anything would be better than just my bare hands. I mean, a can of soda would literally be more deadly than my bare hands. Eh, I'm taking a break from Dead by Daylight. I'm doing all right. I hope you're doing well. Oh, um, I think I'll probably. I think for the rest of the month, I'll probably not play it. But that being said, I do have some old DVD footage that I will be uploading at some point. So don't worry, you'll get some more DVD. Just not right now. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Okay, what's in here? I'm also kind of wanting to branch the channel so that way I'm not just a DVD channel. You know what I mean? And a part of that is just by uploading higher quality non-DVD videos, right? Because don't get me wrong, I love Dead by Daylight, but right now the game is just kind of poopy. One game on stream? Yeah, I'll do it. Yeah. I don't know if... How many of you here actually own Dead by Daylight? Because if you do, I'd be more than willing to play with you guys. Me and Bean, we played some DBD... What was it, Thursday? That was actually really fun. I don't mind playing Survivor with you guys. I really don't. I'm not really happy-go-lucky about playing Killer. Like I've told people, oh, I just now realized there's a stamina bar, but like I've told people, you know, I don't want to see Dead by Daylight fail. Kind of like him. I don't want to see that happen to the game, right? But that's fine, man. But at the same time, I also don't want to support the game when it's at one of its worst states ever. You know what I mean? I own, but I switched back to Street Fighter 6 and single-player games. I got stuff going on we haven't been able to play for a while. Man, that sucks. I hope it gets better, man. I really do. I like to... I like to play different games on stream. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'll play Dead by Daylight if you guys want me to, but, you know, it's kind of a love-hate relationship right now. I love the game, like, as a whole, but I hate the current, you know, gameplay loop of it, right? Yeah, it seems like at least once a month I always have some really crazy family drama or something. Something stupid like that. Are you overreacting on Dead by Daylight? I just love when you play as a killer. I don't know about overreacting. I don't know if you've seen my latest videos, but I'm never. Oh. I'm never going to stop playing the game. You know what I mean? I hate being forced. That's actually a really good idea. I think this is her time of the month or something. That's actually a really good idea. Yeah. Can I save this game without... No, I can't. Okay. When I get to the next checkpoint, I'll boot up DVD. No, I'm not gonna do that. I need a gun. Give me a gun. Gun, 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 gun. Give me something, man.
Sergeant Beckett. questions, I'll explain everything later. Right
I
now,
don't trust her.
you
She's
need to
evil.
go to the TAC.
I always leave you a like and watch, just not much time. I work so hard in real life. Yeah, yeah, that sucks, man. You know, I appreciate your guys' support, and at times I feel,
Hurry, and be careful. Danik's men are attacking the
how do I even put it? I feel like your guys' support isn't even really warranted sometimes, just because I have worked a quote unquote real job before, and it is nothing like doing YouTube. You know what I mean? You guys will always have an insane amount of respect for me. Yep. Oh yeah, I used to play Wraith a lot on console. He was one of my big mains before Myers got there.
Careful, Sergeant Beckett. You're about to stumble into an ambush.
This is a secure channel.
Okay, I need to. Right.
Must be monitoring us on the security cameras.
I tried doing that with a doctor once, and it failed miserably. But I feel like Wraith would be better because he has speed add-ons. Okay, so I'm about to walk into an ambush. And I can't go this way. I do hope you guys take care of yourself, though, you know? I try not to... Slow-mo. This is probably a really bad idea. Ooh! It's not! I try not to be... the term is black-pilled, right? I try not to talk about depression and stuff like that, but the reality is a lot of people are going through that, and I know it sucks, you know, but ultimately, at the end of the day, the easiest way to get through with that is to just find something bigger than yourself, right? I've made a video about that before, actually, and for me, that's religion, right? Well, not even religion, just God in general, Jesus, you know? And to find something like that is not easy. You know, it took myself years. Screw Doctor, go Myers or Ghostface. They're cool unless you want to go off meta, right? Oh my... Oh. I hate the new Myers. I used to play him all the time. He was my main for a really long time. But after they changed pretty much everything about him. Oh crap. Didn't I say earlier this game reminds me of Max Payne? Oh my goodness. Pick up submachine gun. Do I have another gun? Yeah, I do. Alright. I did not mean to do that. Oops. Okay. But yeah, once I get to another save point here, I'll switch over to DBD for you guys. What about Ghostface? Yeah, I could play him if you want me to. Reload. Oh, I thought I just killed myself there for a second. Oh, I did. Almost. Oh no. Medkit. There we go. Okay. First time I've had to actually use one. Holy crap. I'll grab some popcorn and beer. Yeah, there you go, man. Chillax. Yeah, I remember... I don't know if I've told you guys this, but I remember when I did actually have a job, I worked a 12-hour shift. Hang on. Hang on. Okay. Yeah, I worked a 12-hour shift one time, and then I came home, and because I was literally working half the day, I didn't have any time to eat, right? So I came home and I basically just pigged out, right? I had like pretty much 3 meals in one, and I was getting ready to go to bed because I was really tired and I had to work an 8-hour shift the next day. And my stepfather at the time was like, "You've been eating a lot of food lately. Why are you eating so much?" And I literally just blew up on him. I'm like, "Dude, I literally have been working almost nonstop this entire week, and I just got home from a 12-hour shift, and you're gonna sit here and tell me I'm eating too much food? I don't even have enough time to wipe my own butt most of the time." And he shut up pretty quick after that. Keep in mind, it's the same dude who hasn't worked a job in like 40 years. Well, 30 years. Reconnect with the team, get to the TAC lab. Okay. I feel like... Is there something I can do? I feel like I have to save her or something. There's an X here, X there. Some loot here. The door's blocked off. There's nothing over here. Oh, the bathroom. Man, there's a lot of dead people on... Ooh. A lot of dead people on toilets. Yeah, it's stupid. Keep in mind, when I was working, I was getting paid $11.75 an hour, which in America is basically nothing. I mean, it's just barely above slave labor at that point. And yeah, needless to say, I ended up not sticking around at that job for too long because it's honestly disgusting that the corporate world has gotten to a point where unless you want to work for literally nothing, you're never going to get hired. What am I supposed to do? Where am I going? Can I am I supposed to go back up there? I'm definitely missing something here. I don't know what it is though. I can't go in there. I can't shoot out the window. Where am I? Can I like blow it up? Yo, Cars, you still here? Help me out, man. Wow, bruh. Bruh. I'm actually stupid. That was legitimately a game journalist moment right there. I went up to the elevators and was trying to open the elevator doors, and I never once thought to actually press the button. Wow. Whoa, whoa, what was that? What the... Reload. Yeah, I know how to do that. I'm not that dumb. I may be a little dumb, but I'm not that dumb. When this mission ends or whatever, I'll just, This is one of those old games, and I don't think you can actually... I don't think you can actually save it manually. I mean, I could be wrong, but... Let me see. Yeah, you can't. There's not really an option to. Oh, saving right here. Okay. Well, this isn't good. No, you're not dead. I just dumped like 30 rounds in your face. I can't believe I actually kind of predicted the whole Mad Max, or I keep saying Mad Max, Max Payne thing. Ugh. Yeah, once I complete this mission, I'll hop on DVD for a little bit. I'll give the people what they want. I actually feel really stupid doing that, though. I tried to open the elevators with my bare hands, and I never once thought of actually pressing the button. I just assumed that they were powered down, right? Most games they are. But I forget, this is a 10 out of 10 game. It ain't no normal game. Ooh. Got a key card. I work right now for 16 hours, but you haven't seen mine 18 years working for €3 an hour. 350 US. Oh my, yeah. Wow. At this point, I'd be happy just to getting tunnel tonight for sure. Yeah. At this point, I'd honestly take a job just shoveling poop on the side of the road because, you know, making any amount of money is better than making none. You know what I mean? And while your friends and family will tell you, "Oh, you're not a burden," you know, you're still looking for a job, you know, you're still putting yourself out there. Are you seeing this? I tried to save you, man. I thought he was a zombie. You know, your family tells you, "Oh, you're not a burden. You know, you just need some time to get back up on your feet." But when you've been unemployed for as long as me, it's, I don't know. That's what I mean about the whole failing stuff, though. You know, you apply to like 30 million different job postings, and you just get ghosted on every single one. Unless you're willing to work for below minimum wage, then they'll hire you in a heartbeat. But you know. Are you saying that you think you suck because you clean toilets and your friends just waste their time? Dude, I'm telling you right now, you do not suck, alright? I assure you. The fact you even have a job, you should be so proud of yourself. I'm not even kidding. It's hard. It's hard to get a job. Especially now, more than ever. You should be proud of yourself. You really should. I mean, yeah, it may not be glamorous work, but you're not wasting your time, you're getting money, and, you know, at the end of the day, you can go home and relax, and then watch morons like me on PC. You know what I mean? And honestly, I would prefer a janitorial job than, like, sitting at a cubicle, but that's just me. I mean, think about it. You get physical exercise, and you don't have to talk to anyone, really. You know what I mean? Medical injector. I've actually applied for a few janitorial positions before. In the U.S., marijuana is legal in most states, and I actually applied for a over-the-counter position at a distillery. I haven't heard back from them yet, of course. Probably won't, but I thought it'd be pretty funny to get a job there. I mean, think about it. I don't like working customer service, but if you're working customer service at a marijuana shop, you know for a fact everyone who goes in there is going to be super chill. You're like, "Hey man, you got any of this strain today? Like Blue Lightning, man?" If not, that's okay, man. I'll just like go online or something. You know, it'd be like dealing with Shaggy all day long, and I would love it, dude. Alright, this mission should almost be over. It seems to be getting to that point. Ah! Can you please put some clothes on? Like, yeah, you're scary, but I'm trying not to get banned from YouTube so hard here. It's not even scary. Come on. Just go, man. Yes, you're scary, but what would make you even more scary is some like blue jeans and a t-shirt. That would be terrifying. Wink. Am I not supposed to come in here? Yes, I am, actually. You see what I mean? Like, now that I know this game actually has common sense, I'm actively looking for common sense solutions. Jeez, that sucks. Yeah, and I mean... Okay, what's going on? Someone is... Someone is not having a good time right now. They call it coffee shops where you're at. That's interesting. Yeah, I don't know, you know, I generally speak like generally, holy smokes, English. I generally am a pretty positive guy. Like, you know, most days I'm pretty laid back, not really overtly negative or anything like that, but even me sometimes, you know, you have good days and you have bad days. But ultimately, what enables me to even have good days to begin with is God, you know? Like I said, I don't talk about that stuff a lot unless people usually bring it up, but you know, at the end of the day, God is what I rely on, and he has yet to prove me wrong. Don't get me wrong, that doesn't mean if you believe in God, all of your dreams are going to come true and you'll always succeed at everything, right? Because you will still have bad days, but uh, God ultimately softens the blow by quite a bit. Saving content. Alright, I'll switch to DVD right here. There we go. Alright. Sometimes I awake in morning so mad that at night I'm peaceful and happy. Well, do you work in the morning? I mean, that'd probably be when you're mad. I will say, even though when I did have a job and I was working, it became miserable after a while. But it really had nothing to do with the fact that I was working. It was just the fact that I had to deal with people who were absolute jerkwads 24/7. You know what I mean? Like I actually kind of enjoy. I worked at a like a fast food place. I actually had zero problem working the deep fryers, putting the fries in the bag, and doing the dishes. Right? I had zero problem doing that. But when they put me at the front counter and stuff, oh my! Like, keep in mind, I had this job back when I was still, let's just say, not in a good mindset. Let's just say that. I used to get very angry very quickly, and I had this job right off the heels of my grandfather passing away, and because of that, I was even easier to get amped up, and I had to explain to my boss, like, if this one lady comes in, I'm gonna snap on her and I'm gonna do something I regret. And she's like, okay, well, if this one particular lady comes back, just let me know and I'll handle her. And she did one day, and she's like, hey, you, no, you come here, I want to talk to you specifically. I went and got my boss, and my boss actually chewed her out and was swearing at her and stuff. And yeah, it was funny, but at the same time, it's ridiculous that people even. How do you get so mad and are so inconsiderate of other people to the point where you just ruin someone else's day and you don't care? You know what I mean? I'll never understand that. I guess it's easier just to be yeah, I guess it's easier to be extremely negative than it is to just, actually put your anger away and do something decent. I could do a speed demon build again. Rapid brutality. Batteries included. What was the last one? I'm having a brain fart. What did she say to you? Oh my goodness. So I still remember this conversation happened like 3 years ago, but I still remember it because of how loud and like extremely annoying she was. And even back then, my patience, I had a lot of it, right? And this woman, she ordered a sandwich, and keep in mind, because I'm working the front counter, I'm not making the sandwiches, right? So I took her order, and then the people in the back, they saw the order on screen, right? So they made her sandwich and they brought it to me, and then I gave it to her. And before she even took a bite of the thing, she immediately, excuse me, this is wrong. And I was like, okay, well, she's a regular here, and I already know she likes to make problems, so I asked her, well, how can I help you with that? And she's like, I asked for this. And she was speaking so fast and yelling so loud, I literally could not understand what she was saying. So I asked her politely and gently, I'm sorry, ma'am, can you please repeat that? I didn't quite get it. And she literally blew up on me, and I was getting so angry. I was clenching my fists just to not, blow up on her. But I literally said, excuse me while I go get my manager. And she didn't like the tone I had when I said that. And she was out there like swearing and stuff and saying, yeah, you better go get your manager. I want to talk to your manager. And my manager went out there and talked to her. Didn't you have your receipt? Yeah, I did. But this is the thing. My manager asked for the receipt, and I gave her the receipt. And she literally picked apart the sandwich right in front of her. And she said, ma'am, there is nothing wrong here. And when she realized that, she was like, and she eventually got kicked out of the store. And my manager said, if you ever talk to one of my effing employees like that again, you'll never be allowed back in here. And keep in mind, her husband the whole time was just kind of standing next to her like some kind of lapdog. But yeah, that... And keep in mind, on that day, there were only two other people working there with me. So I was at the front counter and the window, like the drive-through window, and then I also was helping a newbie in training, right? And the newbie was making all of the actual food, and my manager was doing the dishes and restocking food for us. Well, she was supposed to be, but she was actually back there on her phone doing nothing. But this one day it made me so angry, I literally quit my job the next day. And I told my manager, I said, you want to know why I'm quitting? It's because this assistant manager does nothing and you allow her to do nothing. That day, it was basically just me running the entire place, and I was only getting paid less than $12 an hour. I was so angry that day, I couldn't take it. I literally quit the next day. And I told her, when you write up a report saying why I quit, make sure to put the actual reason and not just say, oh, he quit for no reason. No, I quit because you literally have favorites and you don't know what you're doing. She admitted that the assistant manager was her friend in high school. So she has a bias towards her. You know what I mean? But yeah, that's why I hate working customer service. Usually, like I said, if it was in a chill place like a dispensary, or I I don't know, like a bookstore or something, like a chill place, I wouldn't mind it, but any other place, you know. I think I'll do Nemesis that way. Let's see if the Speed Demon Ghostface still holds up after the palette changes. Keep in mind, I haven't played this event as killer yet at all, so I really have. What is that? Oh. I really have no idea what I'm doing, in all honesty. I think what I did last time is Did I have pop? Yeah, I had pop. Did I? I don't know. I can't remember this build. Try it out, though. Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Ooh, okay. This game may actually go pretty well. We got an indoors map. What is this? What is that? I hear running. Ooh, I got a jump scare. Come here. Alright, count with me. That's one pallet. Okay. Maybe it'll be just one pallet this time. Interesting. Pop here is going to come in handy. Drop it. These guys kind of seem like baby survivors, I'm not gonna lie. She ran into the basement. Okay. This is interesting. Alright, go ahead and kick that. Activate my power. That gen's still regressing. They're above me. They're about to pop that gen. I'm gonna let them pop that, because that way I get batteries included. I need to find my obsession. Seems like they're all on this side of the map. Ooh, 25% haste. This might be a Swift. He just pre-ran and he had zero indication I was coming. I heard an injured survivor. She's above me. She's healing and she messed up. Dead hard? Nope. Okay. Well, I'm not really using the build the way it's meant to be, but I'm still having some good success here, so... Ooh. They're working on this gen right here. Pop it. Ooh, that was a good hit. My obsession's hiding the whole game, seemingly. Alright, we got 2 survivors on Death Hook. 4 gens, not bad. You see, this is actually a pretty good game, but I'm telling you right now, if I get a 4K, the next game I have, it's going to be an absolute sweat fest. Right? That's one of the biggest problems with this game. Either it's too easy, or it's just extremely difficult and not fun. What the heck was that? Oh! What was that? That looked a little fishy. Was that just me, or did he have a delayed speed boost there? Alright. Okay, so Laura is in the event area. I'm gonna go back and break this pallet. You love when I play it? Hey, I'm glad you enjoy, man. I really do. I'm glad you enjoy it. I really do. I'm glad you enjoy it. I really do. I really am glad you enjoy it. Like, don't get me wrong. This is fun. But... Okay. This is fun, but this is not how the majority of my games go, right? Ooh, what's this? Unleash Hunt. I have no idea what that means or what it does. I will say, though, you know, this event's actually pretty cool. I wish they would have something similar to this in the main game, because it keeps survivors off of generators longer. I still have yet to see my obsession this entire game. What the heck? Yeah. Ooh! I've jump scared this Leon at least 3 or 4 times. Okay, so they do have collision. Ooh, good one, good one. Yeah, I've scared this Leon at least 4 times this game. Did he just... Must mean an event thing. Oh, there's no hole there. Usually there's a hole in the wall. There we go. Obsession. We're gonna chase her down and get some stacks. Alright, we're gonna go back here, get another stack. Sweet. We know she's still in here. Come on, game, give me chase. What the? There we go. Alright, we're gonna leave her alone now. Alright, they're not working on the gen. They're above me. They're about to pop that one. If I could get the Felix out of this game, that'd be great. I wouldn't be teabagging the speed demon, baby. Yeah. The one thing I do like about Ghostface is the fact that he's one of the few killers that you can't just pre-drop pallets on. A lot of people don't seem to understand that. That gen is still regressing. Okay, I'll take it. Okay. I hear someone. I heard the pitter-patter of feet. I don't know. Okay. Okay, someone's in the void. Now she's gone. Okay. Well, they've pretty much lost. They just 3-gen themselves. Is she messing with me? She keeps entering and leaving the void. I think she's messing with me. Did I just... Oh, it's a pumpkin. Ooh. Hello. Man, I've scared him at least 5 times this game. That's funny. Got stuck on a wall. You see what I mean? Like, these guys are clearly not that good. I mean, maybe 2 of them were in a Swift, but yeah. I've already won the game. It's just I don't. In Dead by Daylight, you either get super easy games like this, or you get very like sweaty, try hard games, and I don't. Don't get me wrong. I'll take the wins when I can get them, but I wish it was kind of in between, you know. Well, guess I'll pick him up. This Nia is very stealthy. She'll probably just let him die on hook. I know I would if I was playing solo. Maybe. Yeah, maybe. Ghostface is my main now. Between him and Huntress, I'd probably say him, though. This is a very Ghostface-sided map, too, so who knows? I'm pressing Q, but Q isn't doing anything. Yep. She's just letting him die. Hey, how's it going? Thanks for popping in. I appreciate it. I didn't even plan on playing DBD today, but my friends, you ask and you shall receive. Oh. Hash is outside. I went the wrong way. She gets it. Maybe? Does she get it? No, she doesn't. Okay, that's a GG's 4K, baby. I know she's here. I saw her. BMing is crazy. I mean, I'll let her have the exit gate. What is this Nia doing? Come on, man. Let's go to the exit gate. There you go. This Nia played really good. I'll let her go. Alright. GG's! G to the G! Ew! Oh, wow. The nods while camping the pallet. Why Mercy? I don't know. I'm a firm believer in being the change you want to see. You see, like, you almost never see this. That's crazy. Why Mercy? Why kill? I just try to cheer up mentally my friend that's streaming. He is a cool guy. One time he prayed for me and I felt some majestic relief. This guy is holy. I don't know about holy, but I do genuinely care about you guys, you know? A lot of people, when they say that they pray for people and stuff, they don't really mean it. I need some help from a higher power. Hey, it's never too late to look into it. No, GG's, your skin is ugly. W reference, man. I think I'll do that Wraith thing you talked about. Just kind of sit still and see what happens. Man, I'm starting to get a headache. Let's Dragon's Grip. Could have Dark Devotion. That would actually throw him off. Increase my movement speed while cloaked. I wonder if coup... You know, I still have yet to find any build where coup de grace would be decent. I guess I'll try it out here. Maybe Eruption? Nah, I think Pop would be better. There we go. Yeah, we're not really trying to win with this build. We're just trying to get some jump scares for the spooky season. Alright. You know, taken out of context, that would be crazy. There we go. Oh. I'm hoping... I don't know if Dark Devotion would work too well on him, because... If the survivors I'm going against have a brain, they'll know when I'm invisible and when I'm not, so... Maybe... I was thinking about trying Coop myself, P100 Myers main. Was anyway. Yeah, me too, man. Well, I'm not a P100 Myers main, but I've mained him for a long, long time, and after that rework, not for me. Not for me. Maybe I could have... Oh, never mind. I guess we're running what we're running. Believe in yourself. Actually, according to the Bible, that's actually a bad thing. You don't want to believe in yourself. Jesus says that the heart of man is corruptible and evil. Which is why you should believe in him, not yourself. And I'm telling you right now, from my experience, there have been times where I believe in myself and I fail every time. But I believe in God, and you know, it's like this YouTube stuff, you know? I never expected it to go off, but I prayed about it, you know? And lo and behold, it's actually starting to go pretty crazy. He was my favorite, so unique. No, yeah. His gameplay was definitely unique, that's for sure. And what's crazy is a lot of people would say he's like an F tier or like a D tier killer. But in my opinion, he was always like A tier. Just because of how good I was with him. Ooh. Window. I should have brought Bamboozle. Get off my gen. Look at how many pallets are right here, man. They have like 5 pallets all in this one little area. Nice try. Hang on. I'm trying to... I don't know if you guys heard that. Police car just flew by. Hang on, friend. Hang on. people would see, perhaps people would see that he is like, and hopefully they would change. That's why they talk to me. Not sure about the Bible. You're not far off, but you see, the thing is, even Jesus, he didn't believe in himself. He believed in his Father, which technically is himself, but you know, even Jesus said that he himself doesn't know when he's coming back. Only his Father in heaven knows that, which, you know, God the Father. I think I'm going against the Swift here. Yeah. They're pre-running and everything. Oh yeah, it is. I mean, it's just pallets upon pallets upon pallets upon pallets. I mean, it's ridiculous. I see you. Yeah. You see, this is why I haven't been playing Dead by Daylight right here. It's just, come on, man. Like, give me a break. Yeah, this... You see what I mean, though? Like... I don't know. I'm at a loss for words, really. I'm not even angry, I'm just disappointed. Like, come on, man. This update, if they thought about it for just 2 seconds, they'd realize how horrible of a change it is. It's so dumb. I actually said in one of my videos that this update actively promotes tunneling, and it does, because if you don't, you don't even stand a chance. Yeah. Yeah. Well, it's not even so much the map and knowledge at this point, it's just their power, right? The reason why you can still play Ghostface good is because his power enables you to get insta-downs, right? Whereas killers like Wraith, you have to get 2 hits and... yeah. You can't really rely off of perks like Dragon's Grip, because survivors, Swifts, they'll know when you have it. And they'll just stay off the gen. Alright, we got our event stuff. We used our last coup stack. Well, I can't chase him, because if I do, then I lose the game. Thank you. Go ahead and apply Dragon's Grip to that. Ooh, Dragon's Grip value, baby. We actually got a kill with it. Maybe. Maybe, baby. I'm a bit of a mix between... I'd say between Ghostface and Huntress. Better get off this gen. Ooh. We might be able to come back from this. Dude, I'm not... You see what I mean? Survivors who have even an inkling of an idea what they're doing, they'll just run to the corners of the map, right? Like... It's just, it's exhausting. It really is. Oh, this Claudia has no idea what she's doing. That missed? Eh? Okay. David and the Meg are gen rushing on the other side of the map. What's... Do you see this? Like, why are they... I don't get it. Why are they teabagging? Counter them? I mean, I think the only counter here is their own arrogance, really. I hear you working on this. You know what, David? You can have fun over there. I'm gonna go over here and actually make sure I can win. Yep, she's back here. Better get off of it. This David wasn't even paying attention. Keep in mind, remember, he teabagged me. And he's do you see what this is what the majority of my games look like, right? I'll just sit here and wait and see if they come back. Alright, Meg has my terror radius. David, you probably have Dead Hard. Nope. Alright, GG's. Decisive strike. Nope. Hey. Watch, she's gonna be crying about me tunneling. Well, we got a tie, so whatever happens here, I'm happy with. Alright. I will say, Dragon's Grip actually came in clutch here, not gonna lie. Ooh, that was a good hit. Really? I'm not dumb. I'm really not that dumb. My friend, no, that's not how it works. It seems... How much you want to bet the Claudette has a generator build, and everyone else has kind of like a chase build? She seems to be the worst player here. Every time I have chased her, I've managed to take her out in like less than 60 seconds. Well, at least they wasted all of their pallets. She probably has decisive strike. What was the chimp that throws axes, Hunter or something? I'm gonna be honest, I don't know what you're talking about. Oh, do you mean the killer? The killer? Well, I'm almost positive this is a 4-man. They're just not good. She's going for the save. She ain't gonna make it. Their arrogance was their downfall. They were trying so hard to show off. That's what ultimately what made them fail. Go ahead, I don't care. The killer with 2 axes. Do you mean Springtrap? I saw her butt. I think I did. Yep, I hear her. Really? The Meg rage quit. It is actually pretty crazy, the Dragon's Grip value I got out of here. I'm gonna be honest, I never even really saw the potential in Dragon's Grip. But when you're going against a 3-man and you have Dragon's Grip, that's actually pretty crazy. It basically takes one of those 3-gens and makes it so you can't even repair it anymore. Alright, where'd the Meg crawl off to? It's still here. Just throw her on the hook. GG's. My first game was against randoms, my second game was against a 4-man who thought they were good, and my third game will probably be against a 4-man who thinks they're good and are actually good. Which I don't like. Like, look at this, man! He says I'm cheating because without coup de grace. Really? Really? Guys, was that without coup de grace? This is, man. Yeah, this is, if you're ever gonna accuse someone of cheating, at least make sure you actually know what you're talking about. I knew there would be too. This David, he got mad because I tunneled him after he teabagged, and oh, there's more. I recommend reporting the killer. I'm reporting him through Steam as well for cheating. Here, report him for exploiting. Yes, 100% he cheated. He was lag switching and also was blanking from far range, even without coup de grace. P100, by the way. Wow. That's rough. I guess he's never played against Wraith. He probably thought I was lag switching because when you exit your shroud or your thingamajigger, you get a speed boost. You see, this is this is why I don't really play Dead by Daylight that often. It's just you can't ever just say, well, the majority of the games you can't ever just say, oh, you were a good killer, or oh, you were a good survivor, GG, and move on. It's always got to be some stupid excuse. You know what I mean? It gets extremely exhausting. Let's see. It's funny, he said I didn't even have coup de grace, even though he saw he was wrong and didn't admit it, because he was the last one. Let me see. I'm pretty sure he was the last one to leave the game just to see what my perks were. So, yeah, he was. He was the last one to leave the game. So he threw a fit and realized he was wrong, and instead of apologizing and saying GG, he just left. You know, this. Do you see why I don't really like playing this game right now? You know, even though you win, you get harassed and reported constantly. This is the I think the second or third time where I've had a survivor accuse me of cheating. I think the last time I was accused of cheating was when I was playing Myers. I can actually. It was one of my live streams, actually. Let me check real quick. If I can find it, I'll show you guys. One of the older ones. I think it's this one. I might have to end stream soon. Got some crazy stuff going on. Where was it? Where was it? Well, I'm not going to look for it. I don't know what is going on out there. Yeah, I might have to end stream soon. Got some crazy family drama going on. Hang on. I'll be back in a second. All right. False alarm. TV was blasting. I thought it literally sounded like someone was out in my living room screaming and yelling. So my grandmother, she's kind of deaf. She has hearing aids. She can't hear stuff very well. She's like, I thought that TV was kind of loud. My dog Titus, he doesn't like it when I stream because I'm in my room with the door closed for hours on end. If I have my bedroom door open, the it messes up the microphone because my voice, it like bounces off the walls and it almost sounds echoey, you know? That's why I love this game. Most of them are adults. Don't worry, but don't worry, bro. I was glad to see you and meet Erica. Well, I appreciate all of you guys, really. Really do. I think I'll play... Wait, why are the twins disabled? Aren't the twins, like, literally the worst killer in the game? Wait, the twins and Houndmaster are both disabled right now? Why? Did I miss something? Anyone know why? That's strange. Nerf? Yeah, they're gonna nerf two of the worst killers in the game. Yeah, I'll play one more game. And I'll probably go back to Fear. That Fear game is awesome. You know what? I actually want to... no, not Brutal Strength. Spirit Fury, Enduring, Pop. Victor couldn't go into the void, from what I heard. Oh. So yeah, you are kind of right, Cars. They they literally got involuntarily nerfed. That's funny. What would be another good perk for him? I used to play Legion a lot back on Xbox. I did. After a while, though, I don't know what it was. I don't know if I just, like, fell off with him, but... Man. Yeah, her dog has never worked well. I think I'll do Nowhere to Hide. Pop, Spirit Fury, Enduring, Nowhere to Hide. Seems kind of decent. And then I can do, Eerie Button. Well, I don't need it. What Eerie Button? Yeah. Make sure you don't mess up perks. Yeah, no kidding. You see, I had a sub goal for live streams, but the problem is I'm getting... Before every stream, I have to update the number of current subscribers because, like, I'm getting so many new subs so quick. It doesn't update off stream, but if I'm streaming and I get subscribers, it updates then. Like, for example, yeah, the system still thinks I'm at 261. Yeah, that's pretty much my reaction to that last game. I like to use the Filthy Blade add-on, but I only have one left. You see, the thing is, though, if my Steam profile wasn't set to friends only, he probably would have went on my profile and started harassing me. I've had that happen 3 times now. It's ridiculous, man. I feel bald. You know, I thought I was balding for I know what you mean, but I'm just messing with you. I thought I was balding for a while because my dad, his family has male pattern baldness. Twitch does that to me too. You mean on Twitch, right? I'm gonna be honest, I completely forgot what I was talking about. I started talking about being bald. No, I don't feel bad at all for last game. Those guys got what they deserved. And I wasn't being a jerk, you know? I played formally, and they lost. I don't really stream like that. I gave up long ago. Who knows? You know, try streaming again. You might make it. Sadly, I've found what gets the most views is like negative content, which is funny because you have people constantly saying, "Oh, I don't like negative videos. I hate seeing this negative video." But what they don't realize is commenting on a negative video tells the YouTube algorithm, "Oh, so and so likes this video so much they left a comment on it." You know? So if you don't like seeing that stuff, then quit engaging with it, right? In fact, if you don't like seeing it, leave a thumbs down and then move on, because that tells the YouTube algorithm you don't like it. You can't find me on Twitch. I have a link in my bio. The thing is, I was thinking about starting to stream on Twitch again, but the problem is Twitch is currently dying, like literally day by day. So I wouldn't say. You see, I agree, right? You know, when I talk about stuff negatively, I always try to come at it from a place of honesty and not personal emotions or biases. But if I do have a bias, I make it very clear. In one of my most recent videos, I literally said I have a bias for Legion, right? Or not Legion, Ghostface, because a lot of people say Ghostface is bad, but I don't know what it is. I'm just naturally really good with him, right? Voice crack. Salt content. Yeah. I will say making meme videos is pretty fun, but I feel like it's, for me personally, I feel lazy when I do that, right? Because it's so easy to do. You know what I mean? Yeah, exactly. Kids love trash talking. I like the way you are, brother. Well, I like you too, man. I appreciate it. I'm trying to build a community of people who have common sense and are willing to actually talk about hard to talk subjects. I thought you were streaming on both. Oh no, no. You see, I was streaming on Twitch for a few years. I think I streamed for maybe a year, year and a half. But the thing is, I'll just show you guys right now so I can explain it easier. Uh, daily users for Twitch versus YouTube. Yeah. You see, this right here is why I stopped streaming on Twitch. It's because I originally wanted to be a streamer, right? Let me get rid of this stupid Kurt face. I almost said Kurt Cobain. It's not Kurt Cobain. That's some other guy named Kurt. But I originally wanted to be a Twitch streamer, right? Because I wanted to have an audience to interact with and stuff like that. Because on YouTube, don't get me wrong, you guys can interact with me, but it's much more limited. Whereas on Twitch, you can literally get points and redeem funny sounds and, you know, tell me to do certain things with your points. But when you compare the amount of people on Twitch versus YouTube, it's literally night and day. You say all the things I want to say, honestly. Yeah, that's. I'm. A lot of people have say I sound like a douchebag, but the truth is, I just say stuff that a lot of people are thinking they just don't want to say because they get dogpiled, right? You know? I love to meme, but be honest, these survivors don't meme anymore. Yeah, you know. Like that Nia, for example, that first game, she she teabagged because she thought she didn't teabag to be toxic. She teabagged because she thought you know it was like game over, right? And I, as a killer, I understood that, and the only reason I let her go is because she played super well, right? I didn't think she deserved to be Kurt Cobain. Yeah, I didn't think she deserved to be sacrificed after she was the one. She knew I had play with your food, right? And that's why she was hiding. She didn't want me to get a crap load of speed and chase her teammates and get them out quick, right? Yeah. But she wasn't toxic, so I let her go, you know? And like I said though, for every one of those games where you have one good interaction, both on stream and off stream, there's like another 10 games where you literally have a million different people telling you to neck yourself and your parents don't love you. I mean, it's crazy. I like YouTube because I can rewind and start at the beginning. I just can't really talk in chat or I look stupid as I'm way behind. Yeah, oh, that's a good point. Yeah, that is actually a good point. I forget that on YouTube you can't, or on Twitch, I mean, you can't actually rewind. Don't worry, be happy, Bob Marley. Yeah. I will say though, me and Karsk Klein, I still have trouble pronouncing his name. This is a Swift, but me and Karsk Klein, we've talked about the Bible and stuff before, and if you guys are interested in it, I highly recommend you check it out. A lot of people don't really understand Old English, so if you are looking for a Bible to read, I would suggest getting the new King James version. It's NKJV, but the reason why I believe Christianity is the truth is because I'm a very big history buff, and because of that, I didn't just take the Bible as, the absolute truth after reading it, because a lot of people think it brainwashes you into believing. I was actually questioning everything that I found interesting in the Bible, and I would actually go on Google or, look around online and fact check certain stuff, and I found that more often than not, the Bible actually coincides with human history quite a lot. Only smart people think they are stupid. Those who feel like they are smart compared to others are arrogant. Yeah, I wouldn't say I'm smart, but I think it's safe to say I'm above average intelligence. I don't know. I heard. Yeah. Thank you. I shouldn't be chasing her. She wants me to chase her. You see, like, why can't I see scratch marks? I mean, really. Come on, man. Is it like 700 pages in the Bible? If so, it's too much. Well, if you don't have time to read, you could always get an audiobook. My brother, he has ADHD, and he's interested in the Bible. He wants to give it a chance, but he just can't sit still and read for more than, like, five seconds. Yeah, I'm being gen rushed already. I've been playing DBD long enough to know when you're gonna have a horrible game, and I was right. I literally said first game easy, second game survivors think they're good but they're not, and fourth game I actually get put against good survivors. Thank you. Sorry guys, I'm trying to read chat but also play at the same time. They're getting ready to body block. Zero hooks, by the way, and they're getting ready to body block. Okay. Nowhere to hide. She's going for the unhook. Now that we have our spirit ferret ready, theory, we just swing on pallets. Yep. Yeah, you may be right. I may be better, but at the same time, they have so many pallets. It doesn't even matter how good I am. Honestly. Well, I may as well just focus on these 3 gens. I swung way too early on that. Oops. Okay, we got 2 over here. Dramaturgy. You're injured working on a generator. That's interesting, to say the least. Okay, no one's nearby. If I play my cards right on this 3-gen, I could actually still win this game. Nope, never mind. Spoke too soon. There we go. All right. 2 survivors on hook. Let's run back to this main gen. No one's here. Me and Erica want you to win. Do your best. Yeah, no pressure. Okay. They're not even working on these gens back here. Yep, I knew they would immediately get on this one. Looks like we're tunneling. Wait, no we're not. This is Arena. Thank you, and wow, okay. There we go. Well, we got 4 hooks spread out evenly. Have fun with that. Well, she tried. She tried. Ooh. Nowhere to hide actually works on Legion while he's in his frenzy. Okay, maybe these guys aren't as good as I thought they were. They're not gonna get any saves. Alright. I will say this is going better than I thought it would. At least so far. See what I mean? Like, if you lose sight of a survivor, you're pretty much screwed. Going for unhooks right in front of my face. Looks like I'm tunneling. Oh, you want mercy? I mean, why would I give any? You guys are gen rushing me, man. They're probably gonna sabo that hook. Nope. Okay. I'm gonna go back to this gen. They're probably got it like 99 or something. No. Okay. Interesting. Legion should absolutely. Yeah. I mean, back then when he was first added, that was good, but nowadays there's really no reason for him not to be able to. I meant to spacebar M1 there. I got a little too excited. Well, I'm gonna go over here. I'm pretty sure they're working on this gen. Yep. Alright, well, the best we can do is try and get a tie. Was she teabagging? That was not smart. Well, we're gonna hook her all the way back here in this corner. Yeah. Especially with Swifts. She was running to this gate, so I'm assuming... Alright, one of them's in the... They're both in the thing. Okay. I mean, I have no reason not to camp. Literally not one. Better go. You're not getting your friend. It's just not happening. Nah. Alright, I'm gonna get you, and then I'm gonna get your friend. Thank you. See what I mean? They just lost the game. They lost the game from their own arrogance. Is she going back? I think I just saw her heading back. Go ahead and throw her up. Then we'll run back. Oh, is she just gonna leave? She better leave, because I'm heading right over there. I'm assuming you have power struggle. No? Okay. Well, what's she doing? She gave me the win. Okay. And she rage quit. That's funny. GG's. All right. Nothing. Oh, probably on console. Yeah. You see what I mean, though? Like, yeah, they messed up there, but I still had to sweat super hard just to get a win. Even a tie, really. If they were smart, they would have just left. Yeah, I know, right? Interesting. After teabagging, you think there would be some. Guess not. Yeah, likewise, man. You have a good one. I was gonna play the, Oop. Hang on. There we go. I was gonna play the first Fear game, but that game is so old it doesn't support 1080p. So if I was playing that on stream, you guys would have to literally just see a tiny little square in the top corner. Yeah, thanks for coming, man. I really appreciate it. This game is really awesome, though. Ooh. Dude, the sensitivity is crazy. What was that? It said pick There we go. This game is really awesome. It's kind of like a mix between Max Payne, Doom 3, and Black Ops Zombies? Oh crap. I'm pretty sure in the old Max Payne games you could actually like kick cover over. Ooh! I'm on fire. Stop, drop, and roll, man. There's even a slow-mo mechanic in this game. Why is it playing like Indian music? It's really strange. You used to love Doom when you were a kid, but I'm pretty sure I'm older than you and probably everyone. Hey, no shame in that, man. We're all gonna get there someday. We're all gonna grow old and look ugly. That's life. I can't say anymore. If I do, I get copyright struck. Not fun. Okay. Sounds like a woman. Oh, he probably hears that that like naked chick. I still don't know what her deal is. Oh yeah, I don't think you were here for that part, but there's literally a naked lady just kind of walking around and scaring people. I had to look away from her a few times. YouTube does not like that. What's back here? Nothing? I see there's like a collectible over here. I run like I got a stick up my butt. Ooh, what's this? What the? I'm stuck. I'm stuck. I'm literally stuck. Oh, there we go. Okay. Got me worried there for a second. The smoothest talker. Oh, you're right. Oh, I'm so sorry. Yeah, I just realized yeah, I'm sorry. I just unintentionally. Wow, dude, I'm so stupid. I'm sorry. Yeah, you can tell I don't talk to. Ooh, can't look at that. You can tell I don't really talk to women that much. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to offend if I did. Oh, I'm sorry. Oh my goodness. I may not be old, but I do look like my dad, and that's well, enough said, really. And then people wonder why I don't really have a girlfriend. That's why. You see, it's funny though, because guys they can talk like that because you know they never take stuff personally, but from what I've heard, a lot of my friends who do have girlfriends, they say like stuff like that their girlfriends would immediately take personally, which I don't know, that sounds kind of annoying. But but hey, guys and gals were different. That's fine. Man, these lights! Holy smokes! Epilepsy warning. Jeez. Wow, that's so bright. Ooh. What the heck? Yep. And hey, there ain't no shame in that. Honestly, it should be considered a privilege. I wish we lived in a society that viewed it that way, you know? The fact that some people can even live that long should make them happy. The heck? Oh, jeez.
Morning, Chickpea.
Oh my
You
goodness.
must be part of Project Harbinger. Only way to explain why Aristide would have brought you here. Roger that.
I wouldn't say old and ugly. I'd say old and wise. There you go.
This sucker's not going anywhere.
Ooh, grenade. I'm gonna be honest, I haven't really had a need for the slow-mo ability yet. Yeah, I do. Oh. This shotgun's kind of poopy. Oh! Oh crap. Oh, there's a dude behind me? Okay, that's actually awesome. The AI was kind of like setting up an ambush. Was he behind me? I don't know. Maybe I'm crazy. Alright, my aim could use some work. 2009. I was 6 years old when this game came out. And yet it actually looks better and plays better than most modern games. Ain't that something? Oh, this door's open now. Need the collectible. Fear 1, 2, like ambush.
Keep your eyes open for her.
Yeah, that was crazy. I don't get me wrong. I didn't even know AI was capable of doing that. I mean, in real life, that's what would happen, right? You know, if you were going against people like this, they would try and do that. Okay. I know I have to go down there. I just want to see if I'm missing anything. This game is called Fear 2. I was going to play the first one on stream, but the first Fear game is so old, it literally doesn't support 1080p. I'd probably have to get a mod for it. Award unlocked. Interesting. I'm curious, can I, like, kick open doors? Ooh, I can, kinda. Got a headshot. I'm older than you, Lamau. I thought I remembered you mentioning not being born in the 80s in your video the other day. Pretty sure it was you. Sadly, I was born in 85. Sadly? Man, you got to grow up in the 80s. That's awesome. I sound 30. Well, due to stress from when I was younger, when people see me in... Okay, funny story, actually. One time I went to a barber shop with my mother, and because I have a full beard, like mustache and sideburns, all of it, the lady thought that she was my wife. But I had to explain. That was the first time I've ever had to explain to someone that, you know, she's actually my mother. It's crazy. Yeah, I had a pretty stressful childhood, though. That's why I kind of look about 10 years older than I actually am. Mm-hmm. One thing I've always wanted to experience is going to an actual arcade. That would be awesome. I'm telling you, when I shave my beard, I look like a 13-year-old kid. I'm not even kidding. That's why I don't shave. I can't stand it. It bothers me so much. Oh. Everyone tells me, you look so much better without a beard. I don't think so. I feel like I look 10 years younger. My actual age. Yeah, you're right. Beards hide your femininity as a man. They make you look masculine. Oh, crap. Okay. Hmm. You wouldn't date a guy without a beard? It's, well, a lot of girls my age wouldn't even date guys to begin with. So that's a whole nother topic of discussion, though. Don't even get me started on that. I A lot of people say that like middle school and high school is a good time for like teenagers to be experimenting with like relationships and stuff, but I'm gonna be honest, I had so much going on in my childhood back then. Oop, I didn't even have time for a relationship, let alone uh, school. 40 and single, hey, you could change that, get out there. You never know. You never know. I don't know. Like, to be honest, though, maybe it's like, maybe this is some boomer talk or something, but in my right mind, why would I ever even try to get with a girlfriend when I don't have a job, I don't have a car, I don't have literally any money, you know? I don't know. Maybe it's just like a boomer mentality, but if I get with someone I actually care for, I want to be able to take care of them, right?
Ah, snakefit.
You're scared? Well, I believe in you, you know?
Why are you helping us?
Don't be too scared to the point where, you know, you're not willing to go out and try again. There are a lot of good guys out there, but the problem is you're as my douchebag stepdad used to say, you can't go to a bar and find a good woman anymore. It's like, well, first of all, why are you going to a bar to begin with? The only women you're going to find there are drunk. Same with dudes. So, like, yeah, but I don't even know why I still call him my stepdad. He's not. He used to be. He's not anymore, though. That was just his relation to me. Yeah. I actually had a childhood friend of mine ask me if I have a girlfriend, and when I told him no, he thought I was joking. He literally like laughed, and when he realized that, you know, I was saying it with a straight face, he's like, "Really? I don't believe that." I don't know, maybe I'm selling myself too short. Who knows? But to be completely honest, yeah, exactly. My stepdad is, well, he's an idiot to say the very least, but you know, douchebag too, but I forgave him for that stuff a long time ago. I wouldn't dare tell him to his face. I don't think he deserves that, but you know, honestly, you can't hold grudges like that. It rips up at your heart. Okay, more bath. This game loves its bathrooms, man. They're everywhere. I think there's something back here I missed. Yep. Like I said though, I don't even really have the desire to get with someone right now. Like, don't get me wrong, yeah, it'd be nice, but I mean, what are we gonna do? Go hang out at my grandmother's house? If I like someone enough to, you know, actually get with them and make it a long-term thing, I want to be able to treat them nice. You know what I mean? Can you blow up, please, so I can move on? Guess not. I say that, and then it literally, he blows up right in front of me. Oh, that's cool. You can see the bullets in the air. Learn to let go of grudges against family, you know? It's like time has gone by so fast. You see, a lot of people also assume I'm older because even since I was a kid, I had a pretty... You see, I hate talking about my childhood this way just because, like, they say comparison is the thief of joy, but comparison also, it makes you realize how much worse things could be. You know what I mean? Yeah, yeah, you know, if I like a girl enough to the point where I actually want to take it a step further, I want to be able to do that with my own money, you know? Call me old-fashioned, but, what is this? Reflex injector? Oops. Napalm cannon. Press X to cycle through your... Ooh, I have multiple grenades. Yellow reflex injector permanently increase. Oh, okay, that's cool. Yeah. A lot of guys are Alpha Sigma bros today, and they're like, if she ain't 50-50, I don't want her. It's like... Maybe in some things, you know, like if it's kind of common sense. Like, if you can tell a girl is very clearly just trying to use you for your money, you know, ordering like $200-$300 worth of fancy food at a restaurant or something, then, you know, obviously I'm not going to pay for that, right? Because overwhelming odds are she's probably looking to just dine and ditch, right? But, you know, if she is, you know, being modest, you know, maybe... I think the most I'd be willing to pay for is like $60. Even then, that's still quite a bit, you know? Yeah. I don't know. I feel like a lot of the reason why a lot of guys can't actually find a woman nowadays, if they even can find a woman who wants to settle down, is because of the fact that they're not willing to take the first step, right? It's not a woman's job to initiate the relationship. That's always been the guy's job. It always has been. And when I was in middle school, I was pretty much a freshman at this point. I was my last year of middle school. I had a girl actually ask me out, and I felt like such a jerk telling her this, but I said, I'm sorry, you know, I would totally say yes, but it's just not a good time for me. And I wasn't lying. Man, I was going through one of the most rough points in my life, and the absolute last thing I needed to do was bring another person into it. Ooh. You know how people say it's not you, it's me? That's pretty much what I told this girl, and I wasn't just saying it to like soften the blow. She wanted to get with me at literally the worst point in my life, and yeah, during that point in my life, I hated everyone and everything, including myself, and even her to an extent. And, you know, the thing is, I didn't have a reason, you know? I had a really, I wouldn't say, I don't know. You see, this is why I don't like to talk about it, because it's not, I don't have a problem talking about it, but knowing what so many other people have gone through, it feels almost like infantile. I mean, I guess I could just say there was a lot of abuse, but that's really the extent I want to get into, I guess. But, you know, when Yeah, exactly, right. I had to deal with my stepfather every day, and my stepfather, he was and still is a sociopathic narcissist, which means he really only cared about what people could do for him. And if you couldn't do anything for him, he would treat you like absolute scum of the earth, right? And because I didn't know God back then, what the okay? Because I didn't know God back then, my first instinct with all my anger was to just take it out on other people, which I wasn't a bully by any means. I was always taught growing up to never do anything like that. And because of that, I ended up just bottling up, like every true Irishman, just bottled up all my anger until it would explode, and I would literally just get so mad I had nothing to do. You know, feel like beating people up and stuff. But yeah. I don't know. You see, it wasn't. There were. When let me put it this way. I want to put it in the most positive way possible because I don't want to bring you guys down, right? When I found Jesus, it was not. I didn't find Jesus in a church. I did not find Jesus in the Bible. I I did not find Jesus through family. I literally found Jesus in my bedroom with a candle going and very, very dark thoughts. That's where I found Jesus. And a lot of people assume that a lot of people find or believe in religion because they're scared of death. But the truth is, that could not have been. It was the exact opposite for me, you know? You definitely didn't deserve it, and just because it could be worse doesn't mean it wasn't. Right, yeah, you know, I've talked about it before in past live streams, and I think I said something like, I don't want to say it was horrible because I do know there are a lot of people out there who have had it worse, but does that somehow diminish my own, my own experience, right? And it wasn't just me either, it was my brothers too, but my childhood was so traumatizing. There are still to this day sections of it that I just cannot remember. I literally there are blank spots in my memory because I literally my brain is trying to protect me from the trauma. Like apparently at one point CPS got involved with my family because we were telling teachers at school about my stepfather, and apparently they got us in contact with like a family therapist because we all agreed we wanted to work it out, but I don't remember any of that. Not even a little bit. Not one single memory, you know? And I thought my family one day, me, my mom, and my brothers, we all, and my sister too. Yeah, well, I'm not gonna say that here. That's her business. I don't want to put her personal life on here, but we all went up. We did like a quick vacation, and when we were going, my mom mentioned that we had like a family therapist, and I thought she was messing with me. I'm like, no, we didn't. And they all looked at me and they're like, yeah, we did. You don't remember that? And I kind of laughed it off. I'm like, you're messing with me, right? And they all looked at me and they're like, no, we did have one. And I felt really sad at that moment because I realized what had happened, But yeah, I found Jesus at literally the worst moment in my life. And keep in mind, I was raised to be agnostic, right? My mom, she was always working. My stepfather, he doesn't really believe anything. How many times did you see her and don't remember? I remember I met her one time, and the therapist, I'm assuming we're talking about, I met her one time, and I remember one conversation with her, only the beginning of the conversation, and I remember I, as a kid, started crying, and next thing I know, I'm at home being interrogated by my stepfather saying, "What you tell her? What you tell her?" And I was just crying and crying, and yeah. I will say though that I am grateful for my rough upbringing, because although it was horrible and it did suck, I would not be the man I am today if I wouldn't have experienced that. And my real father, my biological father, we've been slowly but surely strengthening our bond over the past 2 years, which I think is really nice. I used to hate him so bad because he knew the stuff that was going on, and I always thought that he would do something about it, but as I got older, I realized there really was nothing he could do about it, because the court system doesn't favor the fathers, right? And I know he regrets it, because to this day he is still a raging alcoholic, and even though he does drink a lot, he always tries to make time for us boys. He's even apologized to us, which is not easy, especially for an alcoholic. I love my dad. I do. He's not perfect, but he sometimes he would, you know, mess up, but ultimately he's trying to make amends, and that's a good thing. Ooh, 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 ooh. What the heck is that? Boy, if you don't... Hang on. Got the Doom shotgun. Okay. Oop. Any more? Yep. Oh, get off me, get off me, get off me, get off me. Close that. But yeah, me, my dad, and one of my brothers, we went to a local park and played some catch, something we never had the chance to do growing up, so we figured we'd do it now, and you'd be surprised, man. You were 16, drinking ruined his life. I hate drinking, thank goodness, because if I didn't, I probably would. Yeah, I actually met my dad. I saw my dad a while back, and his skin was literally almost like a ghostly pale, which means he's been drinking a lot. But I you may think I'm silly for thinking this, but one day I felt something say, you need to check up on your dad. Like, you need to see how he's doing. You need to ask him. You need to prevent him from doing something he'll regret. And I did. And after I did that, the next time I saw him, he looked so much healthier. I don't know if he was drowning his sorrows or what, but I think he definitely needed it.
Yeah. She's crying.
And but yeah, back to the I've been trying to talk, but I keep getting sidetracked. So I met God at literally the lowest point in my life. Keep in mind, I'm still young, and I genuinely believe that my life could not get any worse than what it is right now. I mean, obviously there are not right now, but how it was, right? Like, don't get me wrong, I saying? I know it can get worse, but I think God has bigger plans than that. And ultimately, like I said earlier, you know, I did not grow up in a religious household. My mother, she knew of Jesus and stuff, and the only time I heard the name of Jesus in my house is when it was being said in vain, right? So for people to, I've had people claim that I've had some kind of like pre-religious installment upon my mind, which it just isn't true. I grew up in a household where literally the only time you'd hear the name of God is when it was being used out of frustration. And before I made any really bad decisions, I felt in my heart what felt the only way I could describe it as like someone knocking on a door. And literally I took my head up from the ground, and I just had the name Jesus pop in my head. And when I said it, I'm telling you, man, the amount of peace and love I felt in just that one moment, I will never forget it. Ever. Never, ever. And from that day forward, you know, it's been one heck of a ride, that's for sure. Mm.
Away from her. She's mine.
But after I found God, I had the courage to actually face my past and repent, which is the word repent means to turn away from, or to change for the better, right? To turn from your old evil ways and become something new, you know, become something better. And I faced my past head on because I knew if I didn't, I wouldn't be able to move on from it. And it was an extremely painful process. I had forgotten so many things from my childhood, and I didn't even realize it until I actually started to try and remember. And I'm glad I did, because I remembered, I uncovered a memory from when I was like a little boy, like 3 or 4 years old. My grandfather picked me up from school one day when I was in like kindergarten, and I remembered him picking me up off the ground and putting me in his semi truck. He was a truck driver, CDL, but man, stuff like that, it's, I don't have a problem talking about it, but I don't like talking about myself, right? I don't... Did I just kill him on accident? I don't like stealing the spotlight. I really don't. Which I understand is kind of counterintuitive, because, you know, you're a streamer. You know, you literally are... Yeah, I did. I did. But when I started talking to my grandmother about my childhood and stuff, she reminded me of certain things that happened, and I actually remembered them. You know, I told her, you know, I forgot this even happened, and you just reminded me of it, you know? It's crazy. I don't know, maybe that's another reason why a lot of people like watching me. I'm not afraid to open up. In fact, I know at least one person likes that, because they've told me. But, you know, it does suck to talk about that stuff sometimes, but that's why I like to bring it up, because, you know, I can let people know that this is actually a safe place, you know. I'm willing to put my own history, my own heart, so to speak, out on display, so you guys can feel comfortable doing the same thing. You don't have to if you don't want to, but, you know. You know what I mean. I doing? Oh. Oh, it's an airlock. The guy that was here definitely loves you. I've got a few people in my community that we may not know each other in real life, but we have some pretty deep bonds over some trauma. You know, I don't know if you know, but I do have epilepsy, and thanks, man. I appreciate it. You're pretty cool yourself. But the reason, I think the reason why so many people think I'm older than I actually am is because of how quote unquote wise I seem to be, right? I have a form of epilepsy. It's called grand mal, which it basically just means unpredictable. But if I stop taking my medicine for even one day, the next day I could literally just drop dead, you know? So you know how people say live every day like it's your last? Well, for me, if I don't have my medicine, it could literally be my last. So that's very humbling, and in a way, it's how it's kind of a blessing, really. It's helped me ease my mind from the worries of this world. But don't get me wrong, you know, a lot of people like to think that when you do find God, everything's just magically amazing and you never get happy or happy, you never get sad or angry, or you never think bad thoughts. That's not true. I mean, if that is the way it is for some people, then hey, power to them, but that's not the reality for the majority of people. No, you probably did hear me. Yeah. I've said it, I think, twice now, 2 or 3 times. You know, it's... I still remember the day I was diagnosed with it, and my mother, she just burst into tears, but at this point in my... I was at a point in my life where literally everything was getting worse day by day. Everything. And I remember telling my doctor, oh, that's just another thing thrown on the plate, you know what I mean? Like, of course there's something else wrong with me. Of course there's more problems I gotta worry about, you know? Like, of course, but over time I've come to view it as a blessing, actually. And I have debated on whether or not I'd ever even want to have kids, right? Because epilepsy is something that can be passed on from parent to child, so I don't know. At the end of the day, if I do ever have a kid, that's God's will, not my own, right? If God gifts me with a little bundle of joy, I'll take it. Yeah, I don't know if you've talked to a lot of young women lately, but most of the young women I've seen who are my age, the last thing they want is a family, which honestly is kind of sad. And a lot of women, their standards are just so high nowadays. I mean, just the bare minimum of getting with a woman, you have to be like 6'5", 200 pounds of pure muscle, 20% body fat. You have to have 10 digits in your bank account. It's like, come on, man. Okay, am I doing something here? Let's run through it. The one thing I did enjoy about high school, though, I thought I would have all that by like 30 at the latest. Yeah. Like I said, you know, in some ways I am I would say I have like the mentality of a 40-year-old, but I'm only 22, right? Which I don't know. It's got its pros and its cons. There's definitely more pros than there are cons, but you know, a lot of women my age are just really stupid. They call it their girl boss phase. In other words, they're just running around, getting drunk every night, partying. You know, I'm not into that. Hey, like I said, you know, you should embrace it. I mean, think about it. Think about it this way: you had some of the most cool time to grow up in, and my grandmother herself has told me this. She's like, I don't know what you're gonna do when I'm gone, and she's like, I don't know what kind of future you're gonna have, but I know you're strong enough to face it. So, and my grandmother, she does not put her faith in people, not lightly, not like that. So, you are the kind of guy you would think most girls would want. Yeah, but you know, I think it's the Christian part that a lot of girls don't like. Either that, or just the fact that I'm not willing to put up with this whole girl boss thing. A lot of girls want to be treated like they're royalty, and yet, like here's a good example. Like I have a job. I go to work for 12 hours, right? I come home, all the dishes are dirty, none of the laundry has been done, and there's no food, right? Now, don't get me wrong, you know, it's not a wife's job to do those things, right? I agree with that. But at the same time, it's more of just like a common courtesy thing, right? You know, and a lot of women nowadays want you to be the breadwinner and the child bearer and the, you know, like basically do everything. And in my opinion, that's just pretty messed up, you know? It's like at the end of the day, a marriage is a partnership, and if you have nothing to bring to the table other than your body, you know, that's, come on, man. How can you even say you really love someone then? And it's funny too, because when people get married, they say the Christian vows, you know, in sickness and in health and wealth and being in being poor. They say those things, but they don't really mean that what they're saying, nor do they understand it, you know? And it really makes me sad just to even talk about that, because there are so many people who are making these serious vows and they literally have no idea like what the meaning of it is, you know? You're literally vowing to stay with someone and basically sacrifice your own health, your own money, your own everything because you love that person so much, you know? And I don't know, if I do ever marry a girl, she's, I don't know. God will send her my way. That's the way I view it, honestly, at this point. Swap weapons. E to swap weapons. Yeah, I know that. People definitely don't take marriage serious. Yeah, they really don't. You know? When you marry someone, you're making a vow saying, I will be with you at your highest and your lowest. I will be with you wherever you go. You know, I'm not leaving your side. I will take care of you regardless of, you know, what happens. And that's a part of the reason why my mom was with my stepfather for so long, right? She was so much of a better person than him, and you know, we all told her, like, after it literally took us boys telling her, like, we're done putting up with him. We're not dealing with it anymore. There came a point where all of us boys like banded together and we moved out. We moved in with my grandmother, And it literally took going through all of that for her to not even break her vows, because she kept her vows. My stepfather didn't. He didn't. You know? And at the end of the day, people say divorce is unbiblical, but when I read the Bible, although Jesus does say divorce is unbiblical, he said the only reason divorcement is allowed is because of cases like my mom, you know? It's an unfair marriage. One side of the marriage is extremely abusive to everyone else in the family, you know? And even Jesus says that, because there's a part in the Bible where a Pharisee is trying to trick Jesus into saying divorcement is a good thing and that it's not a bad thing. Because if he does say it's a bad thing, then he'll say, oh, well, Moses said it was a good thing. And Jesus literally responded by saying, the only reason Moses said divorcement is a good thing is because God saw or sees how you treat each other behind closed doors. He sees your true evil nature. And that's why he said divorcement is allowed, you know? It's not good, but it is allowed for that reason. And even my grandmother didn't know that. She's like, divorcement's a sin? And it technically is. It is, but, you know, God allows it because he knows that being in a relationship where only one side does everything and only cares for one side, you know, it's not healthy. And it can lead to even more sinning. So that's just one of the things that comes with life, really. Oh, crap. Hang on. I'm trying to read chat, but also not get murdered here. I've been discussing about vows lately. Nowadays, people keep money branching instead of settling down, even when they find someone who meets 80% of what they want. Yeah. Well, you see, there was one time where she was willing to step away, and it broke her heart. But we were still little boys back then, right? We didn't understand. All we knew is we loved our stepfather with a childlike innocent love, right? We thought he was still able to come back from being a jerk, right? So we gave him a chance, and he blew it. He blew it hard, man. Ayo. But yeah, I mean, my mom, she gave him so many chances, like time and time and time and time again, and he blew every single one. But yeah, you know, in contrary to popular belief, I honestly wish the best for him. I wish he would go to church. I wish he would go to therapy. I wish he would get better, but he has this victim mentality of how he's always the victim, and he always... Keep in mind, this is a 40-year-old man I'm talking about. 40-year-old man. I had a job when I was 19, and he is 40 years old, and he doesn't have a job. He hasn't had a job since he was like 16, my age back then. But he's stuck in this mentality of like, oh, I was abused as a child, therefore I don't have to do anything, and I can just suck money off of everybody, right? And I have literally, I wish he would get better, because he's still, you know, he can become a better version of himself, but the problem is he just refuses to. He really does. My mom actually tried to get him to go to therapy and become a better person, and he said he was willing to up until we actually got there, and he backed out at the last second. So yeah, that's the type of guy he is. And what really makes me sad is the fact that he has a tattoo of a cross. It's about 4 feet tall and 2 feet wide, 2 or 3 feet wide, on his back. And yet the only time you ever hear him think of or speak of Jesus is when he's angry. That's it. You know? And I just hope one day he'll wake up and actually have the strength to face his past head on and bear his cross. You know what I mean? Okay, what are you doing, man? I had a job since I was 18, up until a real bad car accident anyway. Yeah, that sucks, man. I'm sorry. You know, sometimes I I learned this lesson from just, honestly, just life in general. Sometimes the only thing you can do is just say that sucks, right? He wasn't raised religious, but he was an ex-con, and he spent he got arrested back when marijuana was still illegal, right? And he was also an orphan. He was fostered around ever since he was like 10 years old, and my grandmother, I still consider her my grandmother. I'm not related to her by blood or anything, but she's a nice lady. We disagree on a lot of stuff, don't get me wrong, but she is a nice lady, and I love her. But, what was I saying? Oh, yeah. She raised him good, and she gave him a loving home. She gave him everything he could have ever wanted, but even she has said that he was a problem child, and he would literally punch holes in the walls and act like a spoiled brat, and he never really outgrew that. He never did. I mean, he basically mentally abused my mother the same way he did his own mother, which is disgusting, but, you know, he would always blame his own horrible childhood as an excuse for his own behavior. Was he supposedly, like, raised religious? Is that why he got the tattoo? No, my grandmother, she is not religious, even in the slightest. She is a far left liberal. I don't know if I'd say she hates God, but she definitely doesn't like him. That's for sure. Which I'll never let that get in between me and her, you know. Yeah, we disagree on it, but I still love her. You know, I don't dislike her any less. But you see, that's the difference between me and her, you know? The left, they say if you disagree with someone, disavow them and hate them for the rest of your life, but that's not me, man. Yeah, yeah. I'm not going to talk about that part, but yeah, he was. He did outgrow that. I will say that, you know, he's never gotten, like, better as a whole, but he did stop doing that. So, yeah. The heck is going on? He supposedly got that cross tattoo when he was in prison because all he had was the Bible, and, you know, that's his testimony. You know, he was in prison and he found God, but Jesus says to judge them by their fruits. No, you're fine. You're fine. That was a good question. It's just I don't like to talk about it, right? Because you got to remember, it's not just me who went through that. It's my whole family too. You know, I don't want to maybe say too much. You know, I respect their privacy. I don't want to talk too much about that. But, you know, Jesus says to judge other believers by their fruits and to sharpen each other as iron sharpens iron. And when you see his fruits, you can tell he doesn't really believe. Not really. Yeah. He's sadly one of those Christians that a lot of people think of when they hear the word Christian, you know? Which sucks, because clearly he did believe enough at a certain point to get that tattoo, you know? Which is why I do genuinely hope the best for him. I hope he does get help. Oh, that's... That's scary. I do hope he gets better. I really do. You know, and my mom, she's... I don't know if you can, like, nominate people for being saints, but if I could, I'd nominate my mom. My stepfather, he has a few kids. One of them's older than me by, I think, about 5 or 6 years, and he's extremely successful. I'm pretty sure he's, like, a surgeon, but he wants nothing to do with his dad, and why? You know, I don't blame him, you know? I wouldn't either. I don't. But he pretty much left his daughter with nothing, and yet he still expects her to... Yeah, he would literally steal from my mom just to buy marijuana, and every time she'd confront him about it, he'd throw a hissy fit. But yeah, he basically left my sister. She's not my blood, but we've been through so much. They say sometimes water's thicker than wine, and that's true, you know? I would die for my sister. That's the truth. We've been through hell and back, and, you know? Yeah, I would love to reconnect with him, but I don't know, maybe I don't know what he's doing, but I remember before my mom and him split, I asked him, "Hey, what's your son been up to? You know, it's been a couple of years since you talked to him," and he got kind of sad and said, "Well, I wouldn't know. Last time I talked to him, he called me the B word and said I'm a scumbag lowlife, and he doesn't want to talk to me anymore," which is true. That's true, but you know, not everyone. They say forgiveness is a gift, and that's true. You don't have to forgive anyone. As Christians, we are called to, but still, you don't have to, you know? And honestly, after everything his son has went through, I don't blame him. If I hadn't found Jesus, I don't think I would have ever forgiven him either. But, you know, at the end of the day, everyone has their own choices to make, and I don't know. Maybe it's just a testament to my character, but I personally, I couldn't handle having that much hate in my heart. It just made me miserable. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's kind of like me, you know. If he truly did come to me one day and was like, "Oh, fight," I'm not. My name's not Fight, obviously, but just bear with me. If he said, "Fight," I'm really sorry about what I did, and I actually want to go to church. I want to become a better person. I know it's not going to be easy, but can you help me? I would. I genuinely would. And if he did get better, I would tell him, I forgive you. I forgave you a long time ago, you know? And yeah, he may not. I really don't think he does. But my mother, she actually ended up... I think she technically did adopt his daughter. I think she did. Because he doesn't have a job. He doesn't. And because of that, he can't support her, right? And that's why I think my mother is genuinely a saint. She is one of the most awesome, strong women I have. You want to talk about being an independent, strong woman? Independence is not being strong. Doing what my mother has done, that is strong. I mean, my goodness, man. Doing all of that, going through all of that, still sticking through thick and thin, giving multiple chances even when it's not warranted, and then taking care of the same guy's daughter who literally was doing everything he did. I mean, yeah. Hopefully one day he wakes up and sees just how generous my mother has been to him. Okay, what am I doing here? The doors are open now. Do I have to use, like, the slow-mo? I think I might have to. No? Okay, what am I missing? Like a vent or something? Hmm. Can I, like, get up there? Hmm. Maybe there's got to be something up here. Ah, yeah, right here. All right, cool. You see, I like games that actually make you use your brain. I really like that. Oh, Jesus, scared me. My goodness. Oh, naked lady. Is naked lady coming back? Maybe. I don't know. But yeah, you know, a lot of people they don't like talking about stuff like this because it's too deep, it's too thought provoking, and a lot of people just don't like to think. Simply, put it nicely. I don't mind though. I really don't. That's awesome. The AI is actually programmed to dodge. That's cool. Not reading all that. I think after this level, I'll probably finish the stream. It's been a good one. Where are you going, homie? Okay. I've been streaming a little bit longer than I wanted to. I was gonna... Yeah, it is. It really is, you know? And I encourage the same, you know? If you have someone to talk to, then talk to them, you know? I know a lot of people aren't fortunate enough to have someone to talk to, so that's why I've told people, you know, like, if you... I would rather people talk to me and, you know, get the help they need than just sit in their own despair, right? If you're not going to talk to God, if you're not going to find someone else to talk to, then talk to me, you know? That's actually one of the biggest points I have in my most upcoming video this Monday. I refer to the channel as a campfire, right? You may not always be here, but I am, right? And I have had a few people actually confide in me, and I don't know if this is what God intended, but, you know, I'm a firm believer in... Yeah, I think this is like the third stream in a row where I'm like, okay, guys, I'm not gonna stream for too long that day. I gotta make up for lost time. And then I look in the top right corner, and I've been streaming for like an extra 2 or 3 hours. The truth is, though, I think this is fun. I like talking, and I like engaging with people live, you know? I don't really get outside that often, not in public, really. So I really do enjoy this, but I get kind of lost in the sauce, so to speak. I'm so engaged with you guys and the game, I'm not even really... I lose track of time. What was I talking about? I was talking about something. Oh, yeah. But yeah, you know, a lot of streamers say, like, oh, don't bring that negativity in here. Don't talk about your problems in life or your depression. And to a certain extent, I do agree. You know, there are people who literally... I saw one guy who said, I have a job, I make $15 an hour, I'm a janitor, and I go on the weekends, I hang out with my friends, but I'm really depressed and I feel like committing suicide. And he said, okay, before I make a statement, do you have any health problems? The guy said no. He said, do you have any familial problems? So, like, problems with family? He said no. He said, do you have close connections with your family? And he said no. And he's like, then why do you feel this way? You know, like, he said, you need to take a step back and realize just how good of a life you have. Like, sure, you may not be a multi-millionaire, but you have a job, you're healthy, and you have good relationships with your family, you know? Like, why are you sitting here telling me you're gonna commit sewer slide when you literally have what the majority of this country wants: a stable job, a home to go to, a car, friends, family. Like, you literally have it all, dude. I mean, what more could you want? And even though he was, I wouldn't say rude, but he kind of gave this guy a rude awakening, and he's like, wow, I never really thought of it that way. You're right. And he was right, you know? There are so many people who have it so much worse than what that guy has. But the problem is, we as human beings, we get stuck in the cycle of negativity, you know? Our brains remember the negative parts of life more than the positive. So you actually have to train yourself to focus on the little things, focus on the good things, focus on the things you can control. Don't focus on the things you can't, because when you focus on the things you can't control, your life is going to suck. You know what I mean? A great example, actually, is a movie called Office Space. This dude, he literally is so worried about his job. He's worried about getting fired, but he literally gets hit on the head one day, and he realizes, why do I care about this stuff? I hate my job. I'm just going to go stay home. And, you know, his bosses, they kept calling him, like, harassing him, saying, if you don't get in here, you're fired. He's like, okay, and then just hangs up the phone. You know what I mean? And he ended up getting a job in construction, and he's like, you know what? This job, it sucks, you know? You work long hours, you don't get paid well, but at least I'm out in the sun, and I'm getting good physical exercise. You know what I mean? And honestly, that's got to be one of the most best positive outlooks you can have, you know? That's kind of the way I see it. You got to focus on the small things, because that's why when I play video games, I always look for the small things. I mean, earlier in the stream, I literally... my character woke up from a surgery, and I was exploring, and I found a book on top of a toilet right next to my room. Yeah, we're doing good, man. We're talking about some philosophical stuff, but earlier in the stream, my guy woke up from a surgery, and I went into a nearby bathroom, and on top of the toilet was literally a, like, surgery for dummies book, which it's the little things that make the whole experience, right? All right, well, see ya, man. Thanks for stopping by. Appreciate it. Hope you have a good one. God bless my friend. Ooh, I got 2 new grenades. Ooh. You too, man. Thanks for stopping by. Yeah, you too. This looks like a Call of Duty training area. Yeah, I'm probably gonna end stream after this mission ends. I've been playing for a long time. This is a boss fight, isn't it? Yep. Oh boy. I appreciate it. I do. I'm assuming this mission will end after the boss fight. Okay, come on, quit the yapping. Let's fight. Come on, why fight? Oh, okay, thank you. Defeat the replica soldiers. Oh. Okay, so these are literally, like, zombies, technically. If they're replicas, they're not real people. Well, they were at one point, but... he said they're not good for actual use in war. Okay. Anybody left? What's... Oh, there you are. Dude, where has this game been my whole life? Oh my goodness, this is awesome. You know, I will say I learned from my grandfather after he passed away that the reason why a lot of people didn't like him, a lot of people mistook his brutal honesty as just being a douchebag, and I've already seen that people are doing that exact same thing with me. There are people on the channel who have left comments just straight up saying I'm a douchebag and oh you sound like a douchebag, you sound like a little crybaby. I think it's funny because I know that's not the reality, but I'd say the biggest difference between my grandfather and me is he had a real bad temper. He was a good man, don't get me wrong, but man, he would let his temper get the best of him. He would tell you what he thought to your face, and he did not care if you liked it or not. And in that way, I admire that. It takes a real man to do stuff like that. It really does. Not even just a real man, just a real human being, a real thing of cojones. Yeah, they are. I don't take it personal though. I actually find it funny because so far a lot of my quote unquote haters have literally just it's all been personal insults, which I don't take seriously. I just laugh it off, right? Oh. This feels like cheating. Cheater! I just shot him in the butt. I'm glad someone finally noticed it. I'm glad someone finally noticed it. I've said it many times. I am a deeply philosophical guy. I love philosophy, and that wallpaper, every time I see it, it reminds me of where I came from, and that's why I like it. It reminds me that things could always be worse, and that old man sin, that's what Christians call their past selves, you know? Old man sin. It reminds me that although he is dead, he's still around, you know? Every now and then I do get temptations to be an actual a-hole. I do get temptations to look at people women, you know, the wrong way. I get temptations to be greedy and, you know, take more than I need. And when I feel that way, I remind myself, you know, don't forget who saved you. Don't forget the life he lived and the life he wants you to live. And it helps a lot. Imagine getting offended because somebody has different opinions about your favorite game. Yeah, that's just DBD though, really. Honestly, at the end of the day, that's just Dead by Daylight in a whole. The community for that game gets offended over literally everything. I remember back when my channel was still small, someone said that I was bigoted for being a Christian and that I need to be a better human being and that they were unsubscribing. And I literally did the only thing I could. I hearted their comment. I said, I'm sorry to hear that. God bless. And that's it. You know? Like, I can't change their mind. At the end of the day, all I can do is try and make people understand that not all Christians are actual douchebags, right? I mean, don't get me wrong. Just because I'm not a douchebag doesn't mean I agree with you, right? You know? I've made it abundantly clear, I don't agree with all lifestyles, but that doesn't mean I hate you, right? We live in a world now where people seem to think just because you don't agree with them, on literally everything that you somehow hate them. That's not how the world works. The world is way more black and white and gray than that, you know what I mean? I don't hate people. I genuinely don't. I don't have any enemies. I don't. I would say I am my own greatest enemy. That's what I would say. I find myself being a hindrance to my own self more often than I do other people. And it takes a lot of self-reflection to understand that. All of that to say that is why I have my wallpaper as that comic book cover art of Bruce Banner, fighting the Hulk, right? I'm not saying I am the Hulk. I mean, in a way, it is kind of like that, but it does remind me in a peaceful manner of where I came from, in that I should ultimately be thankful and not revert to my old ways. I did used to be a genuinely hateful person. I did used to say things that were horrible to other people, and I did not care what they liked, but that's not who I am anymore. What did that say? Pick up something? What's the point of even coming in here? Nothing? Okay. This is another one of those sections where I have to actually use my brain. What's my goal here? Find a way out of the outer shell before it is destroyed. Well, luckily there's no time gate, because if there was, I'd probably be dead by now. The door's unlocked, bruh. I'm telling you, man, I love games that make you use your brain. It's flexing my muscles, my big boy muscle. Oh. Yeah, I don't know about that, Chief. And there are people who watch me, and I know this because, again, I've had people open up to me about their own personal life because they feel comfortable, right? And I'm glad they do. I want that, But they've told me I do live a certain lifestyle you don't agree with, and I still love your content, and that's fine with me, at the end of the day, while we may not agree on everything, I don't hate people, My mother actually told me, I remember when I was a kid, she said, never use the word hate for anything. Hate is a strong word. The only thing I would say I genuinely hate in life is evil, and that is everywhere nowadays. So, yeah. But again, don't misconstrue that as me hating people. I hate evil things people do, but I do not hate people. It's the same thing with my has-been stepfather, right? I don't hate him. I hate the things he did, right? And that's why I ultimately was able to forgive him. Well, that and God, but, Life is too short to literally not hear someone out and just write off everything about them because they said one thing you don't like. It's too short. And the reason why I understand that is because, like I said, if I don't take my meds for more than 24 hours, I could literally die, So, yeah, it's pretty humbling, that's for sure. Oh. I don't know, maybe we will end up streaming for 5 hours again today, because this mission just doesn't seem to end. Oh. Okay. Why are you blue? Walter. But yeah, I always... Yeah. That's why I always tell people, life is too short to just believe in something and stick with it and never try to challenge yourself or you know, ultimately find life's bigger purpose, bigger meaning, right? And a lot of people say, "Oh, you're stupid for believing in a god." Well, actually, mathematicians have proven the odds of there being a god are much higher than the odds of us literally being formed into existence out of literally nothing, you know? Life is so complex, and the odds of us coming from literally nothing are less than 0.00000000001%. So I mean, whereas with God, it's literally 50-50, but I personally believe there is a God, and his name is Jesus Christ. Okay, what are we doing here? Come on. I just realized I have a weapon I have yet to even use. It's the flamer. He even said drop and roll. That's funny. It's usually around the 5-hour mark when I'm streaming that I start to lose my voice. It's kind of happening right now, actually. Ooh, I'm almost out of ammo. Swap. Ooh, red dot. Is it uncommon to believe in God nowadays? Oh, I wish I could tell you no. I really do. That being said, not all hope is lost. A lot of men in my generation, younger guys my age, have actually found meaning and purpose in God, and they've found it to be the truth. Women, not so much, but, you know, at least the guys do. That's nice. Ooh, that was a good nade. Can I... Oh, it's broken. Ooh, ooh. What does this do? Oh, is that like a mine? That's cool. This is like an EMP, I suppose. Yep. Yeah. You know... Yeah, exactly. You know, that's what I was just about to say. It genuinely breaks my heart to even talk about this, but there has been an entire generation of kids, around 30 to 40 million, that do not exist anymore, and they never got to actually experience life. Because when I was growing up, we were told in school that I don't want to trigger YouTube's algorithm, so I'll just say getting rid of the parasite, let's just say that, is healthy and normal, when in reality it's not normal and it's not healthy. And there's actually a counter online I found that is actively going up for every life that's being removed before it can even live, and it breaks my heart. It really does. You know, and that's, I don't know if you know about Charlie Kirk or not, but you know, that's one of the reasons why I liked him. He pushed so heavily for people to give children a chance to actually, you know, not give up on them before they're even here, and it's just sad that so many people aren't willing to. It genuinely breaks my heart. It does. Okay, what am I doing? Take the main supply left to the surface. Close the pressure valves. I have a cousin who's in the same boat as you. Actually, I may have some good news for you. I don't know if this applies to you too, but doctors told her that she was going through basically early onset menopause, and because of that, she... I don't know if this is too personal or what, but she couldn't have kids, right? But she recently found out that she is having one, so, you know. Anything's possible. You never know. I mean, I'm not saying it is for you, but hey, don't give up all hope. And that's another thing too. I've thought to myself about this a lot. If I do live long enough to get to a point where I have a stable life and maybe have a girlfriend or something, I've always wanted to adopt at least one kid, you know? I want to take someone who has had a really bad life and give them, you know, something that they never had. I've thought about that a lot, you know? Is there another elevator I need to activate? I've heard stories of guys who have money and they have a house and they, you know, they have like a cat, a dog, but they don't really have anything else to spend money on, and they don't have the time to look for a significant other. So they literally just adopted like 10 kids and kind of like the Brady Bunch, just raise them all. And you know, it's that stuff is really cool to hear about. It's really inspiring. Adoption, meeting someone who has kids, whatever the case may be, but I may not ever have my own baby. Yeah, that sucks, you know? It does. It really does. But at the end of the day, if you have love to give and you want to give it, then, you know, adoption's always an option. I did not mean for that to rhyme. Okay, this is unlocked now. I feel like for a lot of people, they don't adopt because the blood connection isn't there, right? Like the genetic connection. But I've learned from my own life that when you live with someone long enough, it doesn't matter if they're blood or not. You will eventually view them as family. Oh crap! Am I doing something wrong here? Yeah. Ugh. Uh-oh, that doesn't sound good. Ruh-roh, Raggy! Oh, I don't consider my stepdad to be my dad, not at all. I did at one point. I wouldn't say I consider him to be my dad, but I do consider I will always give him the fact that, you know, although he did do a lot of bad, he did do some good too, and I'm never gonna take that away from him. You know, my mom, she's not as forgiving as I am, but you know, she I was gonna say something, I completely forgot. Yeah, earlier when I was talking about reconnecting with my dad, I meant like my actual dad, right? as well. Yeah. Okay, let's see here. Close the pressure valves. All right, back to business. You know, like my stepsister, for example, she may not be blood, but you know, like I said, I would literally die for her. She is my family. You know. Right, right. Also, I don't know if this is like a Yankee thing, but when I say you know, it's really just a way of saying, uh, like it's a way of me saying you get it, right, right, you know. A lot of Canadians say that too. They say you know, right. Well, I do appreciate it. I really do. Yeah, I've had a lot of people say the reason they watch me is because I'm not afraid to actually talk about meaningful subjects and not just create stupid slop, mindless slop. I live in New York, you get it? Yeah. Oh man, living in New York. I'm sorry. I'm just messing with you. Alright, what am I supposed to do? Okay, I close all the valves, take the main supply lift. I'm not a Yankee though. I live near Buffalo. Oh, I'm not a Yankee either. I meant Yankee as in like north and south, you know, like the US. I'm not Canadian, but I would say I live far enough up north to actually have their accent wear off on me, at least a little bit. Oh, you meant like oh, you thought I meant Yankees, like the sports fan. No, Yankee is a term that in history they used to refer to the Northern Allies as opposed to the Confederates down south during the Civil War. All right, looks like is the mission over? Oh man, that sucks. You should stop watching me and get some sleep. I mean, don't get me wrong. I appreciate you being here, but come on, you gotta get some sleep, man. You gotta go to bed. Boom, boom. Ugh, excuse me. Professor, doctor. Yeah, I'm. Is this a new mission? Yeah, it is. I think I'm probably gonna end stream here just because I'm actually starting to get so tired. I can barely. I've been talking for so long. My brain's been multitasking for so long. I'm actually starting to get physically exhausted. But probably not like you though. I mean, you've been awake for 2 days. That's crazy, man. I had to help my mom all day. I got to get some jump scares in first. That's funny. Oh my goodness. But yeah, if you didn't know, maybe I'll put it in my YouTube description. Yep, yep. Another classic fight 2 hour stream. Yep. Oh my goodness. Man. Well, yeah, I'm gonna get up here and get off. Well, I hope your DBD games go well. I'm not sure what you're doing, Karsk, but I hope you both have a good one. It's been fun talking to you guys. I really appreciate it. Before I forget, I don't know if you know this, but if you do ever want to catch me again live, I typically stream on Thursdays and Saturday at around 6 p.m. EST. You live in New York, so I think you're an hour ahead of me. Isn't it like for me right now it's 10:30. Wouldn't it be like 11 for you? Yeah, you live a bit more to the east. But yeah, thanks for stopping by, guys. I appreciate it. And yeah, as always,